But it's very hard to be in this social media age and this age where we're all trying to prove everything to each other. You cannot Instagram integrity. Out here trying to live saved and be pure. You can't Facebook faithfulness. You just have to show up and do it. And that's why God is saying to us, he said, I've called you, I've marked you, and nobody's gonna know. I've approved you in private. And this is where we have to get insulated, where we do not let the enemy steal what God has said to us, because everybody's not affirming it. Why do I need man's approval when God's already for me? And I'm just trying to tell you, because this is a hit that knocks a lot of people out. That when everybody's not approving them, like, and when they're passed over and everybody's skipping them for the party, they're like, well, God, I thought you called me. He said, I did. Why are you waiting for somebody who doesn't know their purpose to affirm your purpose? I marked you and I proved you in private. And this is the thing about it. A lot of our businesses are in infant stage right now. A lot of our marriages are in infant stage. A lot of the dreams that God has placed in us are in infant stage. And the reason that God has it in seed form is because a seed always goes into the dirt, into a dark place, intentionally. Because the easiest way to kill an infant is to kill it when it's small. The easiest way to kill your dreams and your purpose is to kill it when it's little. Let me bring it to you like this. When they tried to kill Jesus, when the king at the time found out that there was going to be a Messiah born and he was going to be king, what did he say? He said, kill every son under the age of 2, because it's easier to kill a king when it's a kid. And many of you are out here trying to show everybody what God is doing. And he said that's the easiest time for somebody to speak death into it when it hasn't barely lived. You think you gonna do that? Who's gonna fund that? Who's gonna cause? You can't even sing. You can't even this. And people start speaking death into the thing that God says you better protect that because it's small right now. But one day when it grows fully mature, that thing's gonna touch the entire world. You're missing a gift that God's trying to give you. God's trying to give you the gift or of the opportunity of obscurity. He's giving you the opportunity of obscurity. There's things you can do when everybody doesn't know you. There's things you can develop when you only got 14 Instagram followers. There's things that you can develop when everybody's not looking to you for marriage advice. You're trying to be the counselor right now, but you need to get taught. Because one day you'll be the counselor, but there's some things right now that you need to develop in obscurity. And most of us are trying to get to where God has us right now, that we are negating the opportunity for obscurity. And this past week, I was able to speak on one of the largest platforms I've ever spoken on in my life. I want to show you what my season of obscurity was, because some of y'all don't believe it. Can you show them a picture of the circle? This is how I started. I would be in a circle with a bunch of young people who didn't know the Bible, so they didn't know if I was right either. Okay? I would be getting corrected every week, because I was like, Jesus did something, and maybe that's right, I'll correct it tomorrow. But they were my season of obscurity. And because I did not rush to a spotlight, and I was able to develop when nobody was looking, this past week, this is the audience that God allowed me to be able to minister to in Royal Albert Hall. 6,000 leaders from over 80 countries. And I was the headlining speaker along with Craig Rochelle. They paid me to be there. But I would have never gotten to my strength if I wouldn't have embraced my opportunity of obscurity. And some of you right now, they need to know I can sing. No, they don't. Well, they need to know I have business plans. No, they don't. Well, they need to know that I'm a great writer. Because David didn't ever one time say what he did. He was always sent for. When the opportunity presented itself for him to be in the place he needed to be, he was always sent for. But it's because he was in the place where God had him, and he wasn't trying to get to another place. This is why we got to embrace our opportunity of obscurity. And this is what happened to David. I remember it happening a little further back when he's about to defeat Goliath. They was like, what makes you think that you can defeat Goliath? He said, when none of y'all was looking, when I was in the field, a bear came. And when the bear came, it was overwhelming. I was scared and nobody was there. And I slashed that bear. And now I got this bear coat. And he said, and you don't know this, but I got scars from fighting that bear. So you see, I'm not showing everybody because you don't even have to know, because it was in obscurity. And after the bear came, a lion came. And this lion, it was big, it was another obstacle, and nobody saw me. But when the lion came, I slashed him up, and I called him Scar. Look at this rug I got. And so because David took care of his responsibilities in obscurity, when Goliath was standing in front of him on a bigger platform, he said, who is this? I'm about to take him out, because I was able to perfect what was in me when nobody was looking. Your season of obscurity is more important. It's not a punishment, it's a preparation.